All right. Here we go. All right, let's look at square root of 144. Guys, what is the square root of 144? 12. All right, so this is the same thing as 12, right? 12 is a, what first? Real number, which was R, right? Your quizzes were absolutely wonderful. They were wonderful. The only thing that most of you did wrong was that you forgot which letters were which, meaning that you didn't study them like you should have, right? So the main one that was switched was irrational and integer. That was the main one that people switched, okay? So after that, is it a rational or an irrational number? It's a rational, right? So that's a Q. And then from Q, we had a whole list of numbers. It is an integer, it is also a whole number, and it is also a natural number. Remember that if you can count to it, it was all 5 of them. If you can count to it, it's that whole list. All right, what about 0.44? What is that? First of all, it's real, right? And then, Matthew, why is it rational? What's the reasoning behind determining decimal that has a pattern, right? It has a pattern. 0.44 means that it's the same numbers, right? And it is terminating. So let's look at number 3. Number 3 is from an old retired ACT test, okay? And the actual problem that used to be on the ACT. So it says 2 enterprising college students decided to start a business, and they will make up and deliver helium. Oh goodness, I cannot speak today. They will make up and deliver helium balloon bouquets for special occasions, and it will cost them $39.99 to buy a machine. $39.99 to buy a machine. Okay. So guys, are they going to have to buy a machine every single time? No. So is this $39.99 going to change? No. So let's mark out the answers that do not have $39.99 in them. Which ones are those? D, and E, right? All 3 of those. So you just knocked it down to 50-50 just by doing that. Okay, but we can knock it down even further, and I don't even have to finish reading the problem. $39.99 is not going to change. A or C, which one tells me that that $39.99 will not change? A, right? Because it's just a flat $39.99. C is telling me that I'm going to change it every single time I make a bouquet. I'm going to buy a new machine every single time I make a bouquet, okay? Okay. Get it? Okay. Alright. Anyway. Alright, so that was a pretty easy one. Most people just miss that one because there's so many words that y'all kind of shut down. But did you see how I didn't even finish reading the problem? I'll have to. It's a time saver, okay? So figure out what you know and then go from there. So that's your first bell ringer of the week. But before we finish, here's what I want you to do. At the top of that bell ringer, we need to go over all of your perfect squares from 1 through 25. Okay? If you had me, you know through 12. You know through 12 if you had me before, okay? So here we go. What's the first one? 1. And then 4. 9. We're going to be here all day, guys. We're at 25. 16. 25. A1. Alright, that's 1 through 12, right? So just a reminder, so you should have known these since 8th grade. So just a reminder, how did we get 64? What is 64? 8 times 8. What is 121? 11 times 11, right? So 144 is 12 times 12, so the next one would be 13 times 13, right? You need to know these numbers. Why do you need to know these numbers? Because there are a lot of sections where you have to be able to pick out a perfect square. You've got to know what they are, okay? So what is 13 times 13? 160. Which one? Don't guess. Use your calculator. 13 times 13. 169. All right, now here's the way I remember 13 and 14. You ready? 13 is 169. 14 is 196. It's the same numbers, but they're switched around, okay? What about 15? 15 is 225. 16. How much? 256. 17. Ooh, we're getting someone you gotta use your calculators for, right? We're gonna recite these every day. How much? 289. Very nice. 18. How much? 324. I thought you said 384. 19. 364. 20 should be easy. 400. There you go. What about 21? Is that the door? 21? That's not right. Y'all are mumbling. Yes, speak up. 361. 19. Yes, that's 361. That's right. Alright, where are we at? We're at 20. What about 21? Y'all gotta speak up. 441. Yep, 441 is correct. I gotta do it in my head. Check y'all. Come on now. Y'all got calculators. I don't. 22. 444. Speak up. 484. 23, Spotty.
529.
Yep. 24, Gracie. It's Gracie's, don't call it. 24. 576. Denver. 625. Okay. We are going to recite these every single day. So get used to it. I'm going to call on you. You best know them because you're going to have a quiz every single week until we almost 100. Okay? And no joke, you have to know these. They are that important. Okay? So if you know them, then that's going to be an easy grade for you. If you don't know them, you better hurry up and learn them. So starting next week, probably starting Friday, we're going to have a short little quiz, and it will be timed as well. Okay? So keep that in mind. You won't be able to use your calculator. Alright, so put your bell ringers away. And now, let us take our procedures test. Do not click on anything yet. Let me pause this.